All right. And that's it. I believe we are live. We're live on Facebook. We are live on Periscope. We are live on YouTube Live. And I'm at a total loss to understand exactly how we're supposed to conduct a chat, but there's some way to do it. I haven't figured it out yet. All right, so let me lower this background a little bit, adjusting my levels. So welcome to Red Blue Talk. This is a live stream on Sunday, November 12th, 2017. I'm Charlie Stern, and the purpose of Red Blue Talk is to talk about how politics and government impact things in your own life. So briefly, there's a couple things going on that I want to talk about. One, I am trying very hard to get better at doing these live streams, right? This is like the craft of doing live streams and talking about issues and doing interviews and doing things, you know, that are very timely and relevant to people's lives is hard. And so I'm getting my arms around some of the production aspects of this, and particularly as it relates to streaming. So now you're able to watch this on Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook Live at the same time, live. The playback is available for 24 hours on Periscope. The playback is available permanently on YouTube and on Facebook Live, but the hub is YouTube. So Tuesday was election day. A lot happened. We have a new Democratic governor in Virginia. There's a Democratic governor replacing a Republican governor in New Jersey. And where I live in Westchester County, a incumbent Republican county executive was replaced by George Latimer, who is a Democrat New York State senator. And it's interesting because there's been a lot of chatter about, you know, how all this happened, why it happened. And, you know, it would be reductionist to say, though accurate, it would be reductionist to say that it's just the Trump effect, although that certainly is a big piece of it. I think there's more going on. In the case of Westchester County and where I live, I think what happened was a combination of things. I think that you had in Rob Astorino, an incumbent who came in with some issues. The narrative of 2009, when he first arrived on the scene in Westchester's county, as Westchester's county executive, it was a narrative related to fiscal conservatism because it's the highest property tax county in the United States of America. That played well. He was anti the federal housing discrimination lawsuit. He was against that, and that narrative seemed to play pretty well. But that was 2009. It played well in 2013, but in 2017, the water level had risen on that because of Donald Trump. So it is not trivial, and it must be stated. These indivisible groups are very active. They organized in a very impressive way, and they leveraged a 2-to-1 Democrat to Republican advantage that had been dormant for a long, long time. So that is what operated to make it possible to elect George Latimer, a Democrat. And I would also point out that, you know, Latimer is a Democrat, but he's been running successfully in a gerrymandered district. So there are Republicans that voted for him in the past. So I think those are the factors that kind of came together. And the other thing that where I think there was a confluence was this Proposition 1. So let me restart the music. What happened, I think, with Proposition 1 is, and I should explain, constitutional convention every 20 years. New York State's constitution provides that the voters have an opportunity to create a constitutional convention to look at the foundational rules that govern the state government. So Proposition 1 was widely defeated, and by 80% margin. I mean, 80-20. 80% of everybody came out and voted that thing down. Now, the organized opposition to Proposition 1 was the labor unions in particular, the teachers union, the NRA was against it, and it seemed like the things that the groups that were opposed to it had in common was that they were already getting what they want out of the state legislature, so they didn't want a constitutional convention. It doesn't matter. It worked. I do believe that that was another contributing factor, that opposition ran counter to what the incumbent Republican county executive was campaigning on. So the water level rose, he's out, someone else is in. There was a very interesting article. So there's a writer for the Journal News, very talented guy named David McKay Wilson. On his Facebook page, he posted this blog article by another writer named Howard Husock. I have it up on the screen here, called Blue State Republican Views. Everybody Google it. I encourage you to take a look. I think the guy has some intelligent things to say. Not exactly what I just said, but some different things that I think are worth taking a look at. I would also point out, if I can just swing over here, I think you can see it now. Yeah, there was another contributing factor. When I first began to think that there was going to be a real competition and a real race, and it was not imaginary that this new left activation was going to potentially be successful, was when Curtis Sliwa had the Reform Party pull its endorsement from Rob Astorino and move it over to George Latimer. Then I knew Astorino was going to have a very tough time. So that's my analysis of the 2007 November election and its effect. How that organized, indivisible Westchester and the other indivisibles around the state and the country are going to continue to function going forward remains to be seen. We're in a whole new election cycle effective Wednesday, so we'll have to see. So that's what I had for today. I'm going to continue to develop this live stream so that I can go out over 3 streams simultaneously, and the playbacks, of course, are available. YouTube is the hub. If you go to the YouTube site, youtube.com/redbluetalk, click that subscribe button. I would truly appreciate that. Click the little bell icon so that you get notifications when the new videos become available, when there's a live stream happening. Together we can make some sense out of government and politics in your own life. Have a great weekend. Thanks, everybody.